We've got two teams here looking to find a way to win. It's the Vikings coming in at 6-6, going up against the Packers, who come in at 7-5. With that, let's hand things over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. They've got the call of this Week 14 match.
Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. Boom, landed. No. Check. Patriot.
Here complete to his tight end. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. So let's take a look here at the key inactives. And, Charles, I guess you get this late in the year, you expect to see some guys populating on this list.
You're exactly right. No one's happy about it, but it really shouldn't be a surprise. So the guys who are playing in their spots, in their stead, they have to step up now and make big plays for their team.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. The gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 2nd-year quarterback. So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
Now, post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy. This offense ready to head back out there as they'll take over with a little over a minute to play in this first quarter. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. They come up in an offset eye. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big pickup there on the run. 30 yards.
Little pitch play, toss play. Allows the running back get some vision and some big guys to get out in front. This time they did it to the right side.
Yeah, went to the right side. Is there a preference, right or left, for a lot of these guys that run the ball at this level?
I know in the good old days, most teams were constructed to run to the right side. I can't tell you exactly why. That was the power side. The left side was what they used to call the quick side. But in this case, the power won.
So 1 quarter in the books on a cold December afternoon. 10-zip our score. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So 2nd down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on 3rd. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Steps away to his left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So he makes the grab, and the chains move. Forward.
Nice job by the offensive line giving them time to complete that first down pass.
Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking to throw. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he whips that one incomplete there. So this will be the 9th play on this drive. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Boom, landed.
He'll try again with the arm here. On nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
3rd down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win, and the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will knot us up at 10. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They come out here in the eye. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
All right, here we go. Blue, landing.
They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. To play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. They're going to look to throw. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. The Packers defense here getting ready. They did their job last go-around, forced the punt, hoping for more of that here.
They got off the field. That's exactly what they wanted to accomplish. Get off the field, turn the ball over to...
And we drop you into the start of this next possession. The score, 7-0. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that'll be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
10 yards still left on second down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there as the first half is winding down. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff.
This offense ready to get back out there as they'll have the football to start the third quarter. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Now a handoff looking right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Their big tight end, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers have moved out in front. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Sharif Floyd makes the stop.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he slings one that's incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he comes back with one complete. 8 yards there and a first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. Touchdown, Packers! Their dangerous wide receiver with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers add 6 to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now, following the interception, this offense will get another shot at it as they'll quickly head back onto the field. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. And look at these numbers, Charles. And he told me on the field before the game, that last performance, that one's on me. He's really turned it around.
And I wish I could say I was surprised by this, but when I see these guys play, I'm talking about the upper echelon guys that we're talking about. It's not a shock at all. They never once allow anything to get into their heads. It's going to be self-doubt or anything that's going to feel like I can't get out of this hole. And boy, he's come back with a monster performance this week.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 73 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And now a first down following that long gain. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he fires one incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And now it's 2nd and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers add on to their lead. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy.
So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now the Packers get set to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Delay of game, offense. Still first down.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. Tackle made there by Sharif Floyd. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
He'll drop to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The offense staring at a 3rd and 12 here. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
And now out comes... So this offense will head back out there. They're in excellent field position after the fumble recovery.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. He'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Their big-bodied receiver. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers. So this offense will head back out there, already in excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Here we go now. Detroit! Detroit!
Watch the twist.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he rifles one incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up second down.
Here we go now. Boom, landed.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape of this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge?
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line.
Set. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Green 39.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
Defense maybe trying to guess the snap count there, and it costs them 5 yards. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, here we go. Leopard. Leopard.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd.
4 down. Check.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. And now out comes. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. Hey, 4 down.
Set. Green 39.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the dreaded face mask penalty, that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And it's such a dangerous play. Body going one way, and then your head gets yanked back the other. 15 yards is the right call.
Double tight. Double tight. Alert. Alert. 3 down. 3 down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Let's go.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Double tight. Double tight. 3 down. 3 down.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
3.
3-19.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, so long, everybody.